Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're digging into a really powerful video that's been making the rounds. It's making a huge claim that what's happening in Iran right now could be the moment everything changes. So let's break down what it's saying and why its message is resonating so much. So the video we're looking at kicks off with this really urgent message. All eyes on Iran. Right from the get-go, it's telling us this isn't just some local story. Nope, it's framing this as a massive, critical situation that literally everyone on the planet needs to be paying attention to. And this line right here, it's really the heart of the whole thing. The video isn't just, reporting on protests. It's making this incredibly bold statement that says, hey, this is different. This isn't just another demonstration. This could be the turning point for the entire country. All right, so to really get a handle on this message, we've kind of split it into 6 main themes. We're going to look at why the video calls this a moment to break free, how it describes the uprising on the streets, its characterization of the regime, a really interesting plea to the security forces, the whole idea that the world is watching, and finally, what the video claims is at stake for everyone if Iran becomes free. Okay, so first up, why now? What makes this moment so special? Well, according to the video, the central idea is that the regime is incredibly vulnerable right now. It claims the regime is, and I'm quoting here, on its last legs, as weak as it's ever been. And that weakness, that's the key. That's what the source says makes this the perfect time to push for real change. All right, now let's shift our focus to the people who are actually out on the streets. The video spends a lot of time describing the protesters, and one thing is super consistent. It frames everything they're doing as just acts of incredible courage. You'll hear the video use phrases like brave people and everyday Iranians over and over again. And the point it's trying to make is crystal clear. This isn't some small fringe group. This is a massive movement of regular people, ordinary citizens, who've all come together to say, enough is enough, no more. And to really drive home just how dangerous this is, the source drops a really shocking number. It claims that 5 people are being killed every single day just for speaking out. That number is there to show you that these are literally life or death stakes. It's why the video calls what they're doing the greatest act of courage. Now, this is interesting. The video makes a really sharp distinction here. It calls the protesters freedom fighters, but then it immediately tells you what kind of freedom fighters they are not. It draws this stark contrast with groups that do terrible things, and in doing so, it paints this very clear, morally black and white picture of who these people are. So, if those are the freedom fighters, who are they fighting against? Well, this next part is all about how the video describes the regime, and let me tell you, the language it uses is, well, it's absolute. There's no gray area here at all. Just look at the words the source uses to describe the regime. It's not just saying it's authoritarian. We're talking words like illegal, evil, and terrorists. The video claims they forced their way into power and that they kill anyone who is critical. Every single one of these labels seems designed to just completely dismantle any idea that this regime has a right to rule. And it doesn't just stop at calling them terrorists. The video actually goes a step further and offers a full-blown definition of the regime's entire purpose. The argument it's making is that the regime's sole reason for existence is to fund and spread, and I'm quoting again, hate, horror, tragedy, destruction, and death all around the world. Okay, so we've got the protesters on one side and the regime on the other, but the video then turns its attention to a really crucial third group, the security forces. And what it does is make a direct appeal, a plea, for them to basically switch sides. The video points to this 2-part message from Reza Pahlavi, the Crown Prince of Iran. And it's presented as this really clever strategic move. On one hand, you've got a message for the people on the streets. Keep going. Don't stop. It's about endurance. But then there's a totally different message for the security forces, appealing to their identity as Iranians, telling them, join them, defeat this evil regime. So from what's happening inside Iran, the story then zooms out. The video starts to make the case that, hey, the whole world is watching this. The argument is that this isn't just an internal fight anymore. It's got major international attention and, importantly, support. And for its first piece of proof of this global support, the source brings up a message from former U.S. President Donald Trump. By pointing to a former world leader like that, the video is basically trying to show that this movement has friends in very high places. Then, the video makes a really big claim. It attributes this quote to an official Mossad account, saying, We are with you, not just from afar, but alongside you. We are there. I mean, wow, that phrase is presented as proof of direct, on-the-ground help from Israel's intelligence agency. If that's true, that completely changes the game and raises the international stakes sky high. And that leads us right into the final piece of the argument. Why should someone in, say, another country care about this? This is where the video lays out the global stakes. It argues that what happens in Iran doesn't just stay in Iran. It has massive implications for absolutely everyone. So the video paints this picture of, like, a ripple effect of benefits. The idea is that a free Iran isn't just a win for the Iranian people. No, the argument is that the good stuff would spread out, first across the Middle East, and then eventually to the whole world. But how exactly? What's the logic here? Well, according to the video, it's pretty straightforward. It argues that the current regime is basically one of the world's biggest funders of terrorism. So if that regime collapses, its funding gets cut off. And the result? A much safer world for everyone. And so the video leaves us with this huge, thought-provoking question. It's made this really passionate case that what's happening in Iran isn't just another news story from a faraway place. It's arguing this could be a turning point for the whole world. And it leaves it up to us to think about, what does this moment really represent?